Hey friends, thanks so much for tuning in and happy Friday to you. I hope you've had a great week. Today I'm going to be going over something on my Priest Meta series that I've gotten a couple questions about, and so I wanted to make a short video on it, and it is what to do in case you're being focused. So as a priest in Battlegrounds and PvP, we very often are the center of focus. And that is because we are one of the squishier targets for sure. And as a holy priest, we don't have the shields that a disc priest may have. So what we're going to think of when we're doing these rotations is we're not going to think about mitigating the damage or trying to prevent the damage in any way. What we're going to be thinking about is how to out-heal the damage. So we have a lot of very, very powerful heals in our kit as a holy priest. And so what we're going to be focusing on when we're doing this rotation, when we're being focused, is trying to out-heal all the damage that's coming in for as long as we can to have our friends take down the DPS that is DPSing us. We're also going to use some of our CC abilities as well, including Psychic Scream and Chastise, to give us a little bit of time. So typically what my rotation is, if I know I'm going to be focused or if I'm currently being focused, is I pop 2 abilities immediately, and that's going to be Apotheosis and Guardian Spirit. That's going to increase all healing done on me, and it's going to protect me from death for a certain amount of time. From there, I typically do a Renew and a Prayer of Mending. That's going to give me a good basis for taking heals. If I am stunned or in some way incapacitated, I've got those going for me. And then from there, I focus on using my Holy Word. So Holy Word Serenity, I do have 2 charges of it because of my Miracle Worker ability, so if you haven't checked out my Talents and Spec video, I do highly encourage you to do that. That is something that I use very often with the 2nd charge as well. And then I do my Holy Word Sanctify as another instant cast while I'm trying to run away. That's usually my first set of things that I do. From there, I use Desperate Prayer. It's usually better to use Desperate Prayer on someone else, but if we need to, we can use it on ourselves as we're being focused. And then Fade. So that's usually kind of what I do. Not always in that order, depending on what's happening, because during that time, I'm also going to be using my CC abilities. So you can see Guardian Spirit's already back up. I do have that spec'd as well. So while I'm running through this rotation of Apotheosis and or Guardian Spirit, and then these anytime that they're up, I'm also fearing every 30 seconds. So that is something I'm spec'd in as well for PvP. It's very helpful. And so every 30 seconds I'm fearing, which gives me usually just enough time to get 1 or maybe 2 flash heals off and maybe a Renew while I'm running away. So that is a tool that I use very often. It helps to prevent some of the damage so that I can focus on out healing it with my wings, holy words, just like this, and then if I can afford to, flash heal. So fades back up, fears back up. Basically you just repeat this rotation about every 30 seconds to 1 minute. Usually, thankfully we have a lot of low cooldown abilities that are very powerful. So Apotheosis is back up. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to use this rotation as often as we can on that like 30-second to 1 minute rotation, and then we're going to hope that our teammates can take down whatever it is that is destroying us in that time. So since fear's back up, fear would be used, and I just kind of use things as they come up from that point forward as needed. Once we get to a point where we're able to sit for a moment, so either our teammate has taken one of their people down or something like that, then start using flash heals and stop relying so heavily on our cooldown abilities and save those for times when it is maybe a little bit more desperate. So I hope that was helpful to you. That is what I typically use. If you watch any of my arena videos on Sundays, you can see me using some variation of that rotation. It has kept me alive through things that I really shouldn't have lived through. So it is a good rotation, and we do have a lot of really strong heals that we can use. And I do encourage you to leave your comments below if you have any additions to that. Oh, I forgot to mention Chastise. So if we're being targeted by a single target, if we've got a paladin or a warrior or something that's chasing us, we can always Chastise, which will buy us about 4 seconds that we can use to get off about 2 flash heals. So that is another capability that we have, especially in an arena setting where we just have one person focusing on us. That is helpful as well. Other than that, use Sphere. Okay, I hope that was helpful to you. Again, if you have any comments, questions, leave those in the comments below, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you stopping by, and I'll talk to you soon.